Good morning, everyone. I'm Alex Steiniger.
And I'm Tina Jennings. Those things at the top of the show are always a surprise to me. Now, people think of vacation as a time maybe to relax and enjoy, but parents, thinking of traveling with the kids can actually bring its own set of stresses.
Definitely, but it doesn't have to. All it takes is preparation, and that's where our Miss Fix It Jennifer Phelps comes in. Jennifer, thanks for being here.
You bet. Thanks for having me. And, you know, again, you want to keep things as simple as possible because it's going to be complicated.
Yes.
So just keep it as simple as possible. So first, kind of tips for just how to pack the car itself, right? So what you want to do is put the big bulky stuff that you really don't need hands on in the back, in the trunk, and all of that, things you do need hands on closer up within your reach. You don't need to be head over teacups while you're driving, trying to pull something out of luggage, you know, for your kids, right? So first of all, think of it that way. And then that leaves the travel compartment for you and your family and what they need. So things you have to have. Go to the mechanic. I'm channeling my father. Go to the mechanic, make sure it's roadworthy. Make sure you have a first aid kit in your car, always paper towels, Ziplocs for trash, easy peasy in case you have wet trash in your car. I call this a little comfort kit, so you have little wipes, you have tissues, you have antibacterial, you have some lotion. I always keep cough drops and a little ibuprofen or something like that in there as well. So this is always a great thing. And in our day and age, having chargers is really important. If you have a rental, make sure that you have a place to charge your phone. This has a multi-USB port, so if you have more than one kid. Ziplocs everywhere. I'm the Ziploc queen, and that's great in cars. Keep it lightweight, right?
Yes. Yeah.
If you're packing more than one kid in a family suitcase, for example, use color coding. Look at these. You can then each kid knows what their stuff is in the larger shared suitcase. Great idea for that. And also grown-ups too, but this is nice for kids. They can grab their own stuff. Now, in the car, let kids have their own little backpack of their own stuff. So you don't have to keep reaching. And if kids are not good at sharing, give them their own little stuff, right? Let them help pack. You can give them a list, like this one. Give them a little list. Pajamas, toothbrush, toothpaste, things like that. And then you check it. But this helps them think about the trip. Give them their own little backpack in the car. This is actually a lunch pack, but I love it, little strap. This also applies for travel on airplanes because don't give kids those big rollies that they're just flopping all over the place. Give them something lightweight. Only pack what they need for the trip. They don't need to be schlepping heavy stuff, but give them what they need for the trip.
Yes.
These are super cool. You have a little minion here. They're going to love that.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I spent a lot of time picking. I like the look at this little Star Wars one.
Oh, it is Star Wars.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. That's great.
I know. Isn't that awesome? Anyway, so yeah, there's so many cute things, and that gets them excited too about the trip, right? They're packing their own thing.
Yeah.
So in the car itself, sometimes we need a barrier.
Right.
Did you guys travel with siblings?
Absolutely.
I'm an only.
And it was hell, I have to tell you. And if I had a barrier in that moment, I would have been very happy.
Do they do that? I'm not touching you. I'm not touching
basically.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah, I still do that to my friends, but that's how I am. So something like this is really nifty. Look at this. It's collapsible. I'm all for everything collapsible. It's compartments. And actually has dividers inside compartments as well. And you can put that between the kids. Each one gets their component, you know, their compartment, helps with all that kind of stuff.
So it's a barrier and it's also organizing.
It's a barrier and it's organizing. So
we do both.
Exactly.
Now, we have all the, you know what you're going to bring. And then when they get back there, it sounds like, okay, we're organized, we're ready to go. But then the kids, that's a long time to be in a car. We need to entertain them.
Right. Well, and one more cool organizer thing is this little guy goes on the back of the seat, has all kinds of little things on there. And that's good for your car anytime, but especially for traveling. So yeah, the thing about entertaining kids, you want to make sure they've got their little toys, right? I'm so old-fashioned this way. I like incorporating the children in the planning and the travel. I like an old-fashioned map so they can see where they are in relation to the world. Where does Grandma live? Where do you live? I love that. Plus good old games like alphabet games and all of that. But we live in a modern age where we have iPods, iPads, and all of that. You want to make sure those are charged. It's a good idea often to travel while kids are sleeping if you can schedule it that way. Give yourself a few hours free time.
Of peace.
Now, snacks. Speaking of entertaining, parents totally juice their kids up on sugar and then strap them into a car and then wonder why they're insane.
Right.
Really think about that. You know, that hot fudge sundae at the diner is a fun idea until half an hour into it when they're beating each other up in the back. So think about what they're eating and where they're going to sit.
Okay.
Smart. So you have some healthy items here.
Have some healthy items. And again, with the Ziplocs. Now, You can use in coolers, whether it's shared cooler or whatever, they're cute little chill, those little polar bear and a little penguin, it's a chill pack, and that can go in a little backpack or something. You can also use the Go-Gurts and the and juice pouches, freeze them, and use those as the chillers in there so you don't have to carry those big, bulky cooler things, you know, all over your trip. It gets bulky, so that's a great way to use them up.
That is great.
Yep.
And then moving on, you've got some other sort of little fun games, not necessarily just technology, though.
Exactly, because I think that playing hangman, tic-tac-toe, things like that where they're having to interact. And again, one of my favorites was the alphabet game, where you would look outside the window and you would say, so I see something with an A and a B and all of that, but I'm a little bit, I just think that's really fun.
I agree.
Yeah, and some of the items that you have down here, I think, are just kind of everyday, easier things, but you can incorporate them traveling or not.
People don't often think about things like if you have different kids in different school activities, one, using the color coding system for different kids in different activities, going to the travel section for things that are collapsible, things that are very convenient for summer camp or you know, swimming classes, going to the pool, whatever it is. Color coding, go to the travel section. You're going to find things that are really convenient and made for easy transport.
Easy, easy, that's what we're all about when we do the Easy Bee segment.
That's right.
Jennifer, thank you so much for all of these ideas. I'm going to remind everybody again where they can get somebody to help them just with everyday life.
Exactly.
For more great tips and to hire an expert organizer, just visit TucsonProfessionalOrganizers.org or miss-fix-it.com.